So hey, good morning. This is Clay with Clay's AC and Auto Repair and Clay Motion here in Grand Rapids, Michigan, along with Jeff Pawi. Jeff and me, pretty much Jeff mostly. We're going to do some timing on this 3.7 V6 in this 2005 Jeep Grand Cherokee. This is going to be also helpful on the 4.7. The timing is identical. And we've done several of these. We're going to remove the heads, do the valves and everything else. If this video is helpful, please send me some great comments. If you want to get a message to me, do it right through Clay's AC and Auto Repair on Facebook. And remember, if anybody else can do it, you can do it too. We're going to talk to you about the steps. You know, we're not going to show you how to do everything. We're going to do more of an explainer. We'll actually show you setting the timing when Jeff gets to that part when we put everything back together later on in a couple days here. But we took off the fuel pump, the water pump and everything and all the hoses and stuff. We're not going to show you all that because if you can do the timing on this, I think you can take all this stuff apart. So we'll be back and we'll show you some more. Hey, good afternoon. This is Clay with Clay's AC and Auto Repair and Clay Motion here in Grand Rapids, Michigan. We're going to set up the timing on this 3.7. These rules should be the same on a 4.7 as well, the V8. Although Jeff explained something to me just a minute ago. You notice that we got our chain wrapped around there and that's the way it doesn't move. And he showed me something that was kind of interesting. On the 4.7 model, these links will literally sit in this window perfectly. These two the colored links there, right there, will sit in the window perfectly on the 4.7 model. On the 3.7 model, it's not so much so, but we're setting it this way, and obviously I won't post the video if this is a problem because it doesn't sit in there perfectly. It sits off to the side a little bit. We're also going to give you some illustration on the actual, process of doing it. We have the book here, and this is how we set it up. If this video is helpful, please like, comment, nice ones anyways. Subscribe to my page and share my videos because I show you these little magic tricks on how we do stuff, like Jeff with the zip tie. That's actually Jeff's trick. He does most of this timing for me here in the shop, and he's really good at it. Hopefully the video is helpful. Remember, if anybody else can do it, you can do it too. If you're going to get a question to me, just ask me right on Facebook under Clay's AC and Auto Repair. That's the easiest way. So, like you're seeing him set these links up, and he's zip tying them. And then once he gets them zip tied, we'll show you how they're set up on this chain. We obviously cut the zip ties off. This makes you be able to do it by yourself, I'm assuming. Why do you do that, Jeff? Is that so you can do it by yourself?
Well, that and the tool that actually holds these is kind of expensive.
Sure. Sure. Thank you for thinking about my pocketbook. I appreciate that. I really do. So, do these links, does this sit in a window just like the other ones?
Yeah.
I kind of know the answer to these questions, but you might not.
It's hard to see it because of not a whole lot of light.
Oh, yeah. See, there you go. So you got the links in there, and then you got the links in there.
And then you'll zip tie them so
and
that
then you look at the orientation of this.
Yep.
And then these will sit up inside the, like Pippi Longstocking.
Yep. Forward chain goes to the driver's side. Rear chain goes to the passenger side.
Yep, we're going to show you the rest of the setup tomorrow morning when we throw this stuff in there, and Jeff's pretty good at it and usually starts right up, don't have any issues, so we'll go from there.
There's a balance shaft that you have to line up.
So on these 3.7s, there's a balance shaft, and we just set the timing chain on top of there like that while we're on the bench, so we have it ready. Anything to add, Jeff, to this part?
Not until we actually put it on, because there's a little trick to getting the balance shaft to line up.
Okay, we'll show you that. So now we're going to install one of the tensioners on there, and that just installs with what, 2, 3, 4 bolts, Jeff?
2 for now, but then when you add the guide chain, that'll be its third mount point.
Okay.
But you don't do that. I won't do that until after the chains are in.
Don't pull that pin down there by Jeff's left hand because you'll set fire off and everybody will die in the shop. So that's that. Hey Jeff, do you got your cams sitting any particular way? Have you moved them? You got both of the nipples pointed straight up, parallel with the things.
Right now they're just in a neutral position. This one's in the right position, but this one you won't put. Once you bring it up, it's under a spring load.
Okay.
So it'll sit off to the side until you loop the chain on it.
Okay.
And then the chain will hold it in place.
What was that, Jeff?
This is your balance shaft, and you can see the timing mark on it. There's a mark, but they're helical cut gears. So when it feed it in, it'll actually be off to the side, and then as you push it in, it'll rotate that into its correct position.
And then you're going to line that mark up with the other one.
because they're helical cut.
Okay. So Jeff got really excited about lubing up that shaft, so he said, I'm going to go ahead before I go home tonight. I'm going to go ahead. Can you turn on your lights? Go ahead and slide that right there on that shaft. Then he's going to pick his pigtails up, and he's going to hang them on the top of his cams. Oops, sorry, Jeff was supposed to tell you that. He's got his pick tool so he can reach around the back, grab the chains, pull them up. This is really, generally he does this by himself, and it's a little bit encumbersome. If I was doing it, I'd probably ask for help, but you know, whatever. So now he's gonna slide the other chain up in there. I'm gonna try not to help him, not because I'm lazy, but because the idea is for you to be able to do this at home. As long as he doesn't swear or cuss or anything, we'll be okay. We want to keep this friendly for the youngsters. So he set that right up there. And that's a nice thing about the zip ties. Sorry for the long video, guys. Just remember, if anybody else can do it, you can do it too. So, you know, if we can do it, you can certainly do it. We're not the fartiest smellers in the bunch, so. But we've done quite a few of these, actually, I should say Jeff has, and they generally turn out right.
I don't know if you're going to be able to see this or not while I'm doing it. How am I going to do this?
So your balance shaft was set up at the right position then, so when you slide that on there and it goes into them gears.
Bam, just like that.
I know he made it look simple for you guys, but explain to them what it should look like when you're done, just so.
Okay, I'll back out. So you got your timing mark is these two gears right here. I've got them marked in yellow. On your balance shaft, there's a little dimple. That gear, the deer tooth that is below that dimple, you slide in between those two teeth, and when you push it in, it turns the balance shaft into the correct position. Ooh.
Is there anything you need to check for at this point? Make sure that everything's tight and all of that stuff, Jeff?
Just gotta make sure everything seats down right. Zip tie slipped.
We're gonna look right in the window here when Jeff gets this lined up, make sure all of our gears are lined up.
Something's not right.
Well, that'll be good. We caught a mistake on camera, so.
Yeah, the crank tooth doesn't want to. There she goes. There she goes. Now
little wiggle, a little persuasion. Now we'll show you how to set the cams up. So we're going to hold our cam with a pair of vice grips because I assume that's what you have in the garage. We actually have a cam tool that we use to move this, but you can do it with vice grips. You're going to get it on the flat spot of that cam. You're not going to go on the lobes, the shiny spots. Do not touch them with the vice grips because that will mess some stuff up. So now what Jeff is going to do is he's cutting his ties, and when he goes to set this cam gear on, the other side that we already did is actually pretty easy. This side you have to move just a little bit once you got it near where it's supposed to be top dead center, and you're always going to reference the guide for that we showed you here earlier in the video, and it explains the steps and procedures, and I'm going to put a steel shot in the video so you can actually see that. Now, what you got going on there, Jeffrey?
I'm just going to turn it.
So he usually sets the chain on there, gets it turned around and close to where he knows it's supposed to be. What's it supposed to be, sticking straight up, Jeff, or is it supposed to be pointed towards the...
Nope, straight up and down at 12 o'clock position.
Okay.
If I can get the chain to line up. There we go.
Now he's going to take his other hand, move that around so it's under pressure on the lobes. Once he gets that pin driven in there.
There she goes.
Now, when we go to install these bolts, we put a little bit of Loctite on them because we don't want the bolts to slip out. We have seen it before when the bolts will back out of here, so I'd recommend just using some blue Loctite. It's not what the manufacturer recommends, but that just comes from experience. The other side is super simple. You can set that up straight because you're already at TDC on the engine. And Jeff says he's using red, which is, he's ticking it out before, so I guess it's not a big deal. So that's that step. So once you've got your bolts installed and you double check your alignment on your chains and everything, and your cam marks or everything is set right, go ahead and pull your grenade pins. Use the illustration for torque specifications on your cams and your thrust bearings and stuff like that that I supplied in there. And I'm sorry about Jeff's heavy breathing. I don't know what's going on. It really isn't that difficult. Okay, so we got all our timing set. I'm going to give you a quick overview of how it looks. Try to show you here. If this video is helpful, please like, send me nice comments, share my videos. If you want to reach me, just get a hold of me on Facebook under Clay's AC and Auto Repair. If you got a message that needs to get right away to me, I don't mind helping people out, and I don't mind answering questions if I can. I'm not God, and I can't read people's minds, and I can't tell you what's wrong with your car over the phone, but you know, I can certainly try to help, and if I can, I certainly will. Remember, don't be the next to them, be the first to you. If anybody else can do it, you can too. God bless you. Have a great day. Hope you enjoyed it.